Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. And I am your host, Tomiwa Akande. On this beautiful episode, I have a beautiful guest, a handsome guest, a exceptional guest. He is a comedian par excellence. He's he's an event compare. He's uh, is an event host and a big man, a shining light in the industry, and he is none other than Taichi, the comedian.
Okay, once again, welcome to Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. I remain my humble self, Prof. Kayode. And right here today, we have someone here with us. Is a gem in the city of Ibadan. So I want him to introduce himself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Boluwaji Abiono is my name. They call me Taichi. I'm a stand-up comedian that knows how to hype.
Yeah. Okay. so right now, he said it's stand-up comedian that knows how to hype. So I wouldn't want us to waste time today. So let's talk about stand-up comedy in the city of Ibadan. Let's just go straight.
Oh, I hope we have all day, ja. I know we don't have all day, but we just touch it the way we can. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Stand-up comedy in Ibadan is crazy now.
Okay.
Ibadan used to be the hub of entertainment. Keyword, it used to be.
Yeah.
That means it's no longer the hub of entertainment. If you look at it, basically, the best form of entertainment people get now, the most popular ones are rave parties.
Yeah.
You check it very well. Stand-up comedy has actually, the truth is that stand-up comedy has actually declined in the city of Ibadan.
Okay.
Nothing like, it's not like what it used to be. Back then, we used to have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shows
in Ibadan.
When I say
quality shows,
when I say big shows, shutting down arenas and all, we know that back then, economy was a bit better, but at the same time, people were still complaining about many things. But in Ibadan, the value of comedy has drastically reduced. People don't see the need for stand-up comedy. They don't pay stand-up comedians well in Ibadan.
So what before we get to the payment aspect, so there's a decline when it comes to stand-up comedy.
Yes.
So what do you think is the cause as someone who is in the field?
All right, so this is the cause. What I feel, and some of these things are actually true.
Okay.
Number one, there is a new style. The new school guys are not out there in Ibadan. And it is because there is no chance for them. And when I say chance, you see, the value of stand-up comedy back then, the value of shows back then was that when you do a show, you sell table. When you sell table, you bring in people. People will buy table and all. But trust me, it was more of a fanfare than an actual comedy show. So people are used to that one. So the value of quality shows started declining when people could not, they kept serving them the same thing.
Yes.
There was no innovation.
There was nothing new.
Yes.
As a comedian cannot come on stage and do something new.
More repetition.
There are no breeding grounds for comedians. When I say breeding grounds, comedy clubs. If you look at comedy clubs back then, comedy clubs used to be, I was working with Ruwa back then, We had this comedy club at Mob 21. Shete was doing at Apollo's, Rapping Daddy was doing comedy club, 13 Disciple was doing comedy club. People were doing comedy clubs, but the standard of these comedy clubs did not improve. Wow. So it's just like you are It's just like in agriculture, you want to raise birds, I mean poultry. If from day old they are not nurtured, you cannot have results say that you want to go and sell broiler at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if there are no breeding grounds for comedians to develop, trust me, don't worry yourself.
There's no entry.
You are not getting anything out of it. And most people don't understand that comedy business is not a small business. Comedy business requires a lot. Comedy is harder than music.
Yeah.
Because if you are doing comedy, if you are doing music, a music artist can come on stage and do his song. His song may not be interesting, but guess what? Instrumental will back him up.
Yeah.
And people will vibe to the instrumental, even if they don't vibe to the lyrics.
The lyrics, yeah.
But a stand-up comedian,
There's no instrument.
there is no backup. There is nothing. You are alone. So you have to do it.
So now the breeding grounds are the comedy clubs.
Yes.
So now, from what I heard, you know, I was at this Dr. Smiles event. So there was this back and forth at the Gas Comedy Club. You know, we have viable comedy clubs in Lagos. Yes, that's the reason why they are doing very well there, better. So from explanation I got for someone like Benga Denka, like comedy club is a place where you breed yourself, you test strong your comedy, week in, week out. Are you getting it? Before you get to that bigger stage? Because there's this talk about comedians in Ibadan going on stage and delivering nothing on stage. And when they put you in a bill and they are ready to say they want to collect money without delivering perfectly for that.
Good jokes.
Yes. And someone like you, I know you started a comedy club.
Of course.
Yes, and it's still going on, right?
Well, the comedy club is on hold for now, but I'm starting another one. I've closed the contract to those ones because, see, the problem is very long, and at the same time, it's not that difficult. Only for if you see people that have the understanding. Take a look at it. In a comedy club setting, you want to have a comedy show. Your show does not have to be an auditorium of 1,000 capacity, 500 capacity. You are doing yourself a great harm. If you know you want to do stand-up comedy, but if you want to do Owambe style, you come to comedy club, you come to a comedy show, they say table for 10, 500,000. 1 million. Everybody is now seated. They're not serving you jollof rice, serving you these are distractions. You can have, but you have people on your table and all. You are going to have a show, but it's not a comedy show.
Okay.
You will make your money, but it's not a comedy show.
More like a concert.
It's just like a concert. But you see in a comedy show with 200 audience, with 300 audience, if you can make 200 people laugh effectively, when they are not buying, you are not selling tables. I'm not saying you should not sell tables. You can sell tables. I sold tables at my show. I did a show last year, and I sold tables just. Though the table I sold was not expensive. I made it very, very affordable for people to come and just see that, oh, we can do stand-up comedy like this. If you observe comedy clubs, comedy lounges, go and observe all the lounges in Ibadan. Majority of them are not built for events, comedy events. Because in a comedy show, your audience, every audience must be facing you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
With little or no distraction around them. But if you go to the lounges now, one chair is like this, another 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 chair is like this.
More like a reception.
Like everybody just there, everybody just scattered. You guys, somebody is pressing for this one, is trying to. So there is no how the comedian will grow. So I thought of this thing over the years. I spoke to a lot of people about it, but they were not seeing what I was seeing back then. Now, no, let us do this comedy club properly. I used to go to Lagos from Ibadan every Wednesday last year.
Wow.
From January to like September.
Wow.
Even after my show, I still went to Lagos every Wednesday to go and perform. On my show, I did 1 hour 45 minutes.
Yeah. And it was, I was there. It
It was there.
It was.
I was able to do 1 hour 45 minutes,
Just
straight
you.
jokes, no punch, no freestyle.
Yes.
No, I was not
Without stress. Yes.
I also held the microphone and I kept performing. I was
And
delivering.
people were
jokes
laughing
and
all
people were laughing. People stayed back till the end of the show. People came from outside Ibadan. They went to lodge somewhere. I didn't even know where they lodged, but they came. You get? Because there is quality in it, and that quality didn't just come like that. It came through my own consistency.
Yes. At a comedy club.
At a comedy club.
Yes.
Because I looked around in Ibadan. I said, how do which comedy club I want to go in Ibadan? There is no comedy club in Ibadan. Ibadan is just there.
Since you have the experience, you just started something.
So when I came back, I said, okay, let me just start a comedy club in this place, which is another thing. I started a comedy club in a lounge. Now, lounge owners, I understand that everybody is doing business. This is why it is important for people to understand, and for comedians also. You know, lounge owners will tell you that it is 70-30.
Okay.
Everybody is talking about how they will share money, but nobody is talking about how the content can improve. Nobody is talking about how the event can actually improve. The moment they say 70-30, the comedian's mind will be focused on the money instead of focusing on his craft. It's a whole lot of distraction. I've had people call me. Taichi, come and do comedy now. I go come check the place. No worry. I'll go check their IG. You see that this place around you. No worry.
So I would like to tip you something when it comes to the comedy club. So I understand that even as a comedian, you need to make money too.
Of course.
So like what you said now, as a comedian, you're not getting distracted with the business side of it. I believe each comedian should have someone who can handle that. For now, it might not necessarily be your manager. You cannot be a friend that you can say, please come help me out with this part of this movement. That to look after this thing. Okay. Sure, you get for some because me, I know you have a manager, so that can handle that that aspect. But I just feel like maybe if the person's manager or friend or brother or sister can handle that part of it, while the comedian focuses on the content and craft. Yes, content and craft and deliver something. But that aside also, I know you had a challenge one time ago, of course, where you started this comedy club. You had a massive show, 1 hour 45 minutes of good comedy. But you now started and you now started a comedy show, a comedy club, and you called these comedians to come and perform. And someone was still telling you to pay money.
Okay, so
please say something.
I'm going to address that.
Okay.
So one of the reasons why comedy is not developing in Ibadan is that, like I said, every comedian's mind is on the money.
Okay.
They want to make. And the foolish thing is that when a comedian calls you, when you call a comedian and that comedian says, give me money, fellow comedian, comedian to comedian, it's not that outsider, fellow comedian to comedian, come to my comedy club, is demanding for money. Yes, I can give you 10K, I can give you 20K, but is that your price?
No.
You get? Now, you're coming to me to demand for money for a stand-up comedian. Meanwhile, if you guys are having your shows, sometimes when they don't, at some point I stopped attending shows they didn't call me. Because back then, I carry this thing for head. You get? I'll go show, perform.
To support.
To support
the person.
And I'll give everything. I don't even bother anybody about money. Now comedian they do show.
Yes.
So fellow comedian, let me DJ. Because if that show makes sense, they are not going to mention my name. They are going to mention that comedian's name. It's a plus for you when you have somebody who is good. attending your function,
They
and
will attach
this
Ibadan to
person,
it.
and they were attached, but they're going to attach. So, but these guys don't see it. Okay, let me give you a story. I worked with when I did my show, there was a guy invited to my show last year. This guy, he did his performance and all. After that performance, I didn't pay him.
Okay.
You get? I didn't pay him. After his performance and all. After that show, Bengadenka called me. The same Bengadenka CFR. He called Bengala after Castle. After he called Bengala, after Castle, he said Bengadenka wants to talk to me. He said, Taichi, recommend a comedian for me in Ibadan. If Bengadenka should call you and say this, you are not working for free. Don't worry.
Well, don't worry, you are not working for.
You are not working for free. If Bengadenka should call you, not his show, he calls you and say, Alpha, what are you doing on this? You are going. There is one small bro. I'm not working for free.
That's small.
No worry. Now they called. I recommended this guy. He got paid. He did all his performance around 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And he got paid. He got paid directly. I didn't say yes.
I love that word directly.
I didn't say
send it to me.
Send it to me first, sir. This is Bengadenka. This guy is a junior colleague to me. When Bengadenka say Alpha, shake his send it. I said no, send it to him, sir. He sent him the money. Did you know that when this guy was going to have his show, I checked his bill, I checked his banner, I didn't see my name.
Wow.
And I said, guy, how far now? I don't even see my name. She know the perform for your show. Ibadan comedian to another Ibadan comedian. He said, Baba, you are there in the spirit.
Amazing. So I'll just
the chat is still on my phone. Did you know that? Okay. After that time,
you are there in the spirit.
After I was there in the spirit, there was a show they did. They called that show October 1st. They did it at this Secretariat Road, this dome, that glow dome. I was on that show. They called me. They said, recommend comedians for us in Ibadan. After this boy made his statement, I still recommended him. But those guys, they didn't reach out to me because they had to shift the show. I recommended him. I recommended Woli Tai 310. I recommended just like that. And he came. The people I recommended came. Except from him. And he got paid. In Ibadan, when they do shows, when outsiders bring shows and all, they say recommend comedian. They don't pay them. The person that brought the show will be the one to collect the whole money.
Wow.
Yes, this is something that has happened to me in Ibadan here.
Now people will collect money for shows.
Bro,
and
somebody I worked with, bro, when I was doing comedy club, bro, they invited us to Lagos. Ibadan comedian, and I carry us go there. Say this thing. I did a solo performance. That time I was doing skits with Demo Pompey and Bengal After Castle. We were doing Angels. I don't know if you guys saw it. So we were doing Angels on Judgment Day, and that was the skit we were doing. So they brought us to that church, Celestial Church and all. Bro, I did solo performance. They gave this comedian money. That guy that did solo performance, so give it to him. He took the money straight in his pocket. Guess what he said? Me, if Taichi lo here now, what's he lounge?
Amazing.
So there is no development. Don't worry.
In the city.
Yeah, we can't develop. See, until we eradicate that culture. You see, comedian. The time that comedian is supposed to, the time that comedian is supposed to use, to develop in the comedy club, it's going to be banter. It's going to be insults. It's going to be jabs. Mainly. And some, they take it to the next level. They ask for money. Yeah. I don't do so. Yeah, I don't do so. Wow. You get? So it goes, you see, it's like a rabbit hole. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. It goes down and down. Because everything, there is so much decay in the industry. Comedians in Ibadan. How many comedians in Ibadan do you know? Let's us be honest with ourselves. Don't let us be sentimental. We know that everybody now a guy.
One thing I would say is, I don't know any comedian like that.
Wait, the moment you said it, in my head, I'm trying to.
We have skit makers.
Forget as a skit you as a comedian. How many people can I actually mention? That's what I'm thinking.
You get. So the decline is just okay in Ibadan. I'm telling you for a fact. Comedians that can do 20 minutes. I didn't say 1 hour. 20 minutes of original jokes. We cannot count 3.
Of original jokes, not doing somebody else's jokes. Not doing Kenny Black's joke.
No, you're not doing Kenny Black's joke. You're not doing this thing. Go and check. Go and observe. Go and check all the comedians you have seen in Ibadan. When was the last time you heard a new joke from them?
That is not for somebody. And
it goes a long way. See, before people can say, okay, in this city, I've been paid. As we talk, say bad. We still know if they are still. I still got. Though the jobs were not come from Ibadan directly, they came from outside Ibadan, but they came to do events in Ibadan, and I got paid
well
for stand-up comedy.
Well, for stand-up.
How many comedians are they paying as a pro for stand-up comedy in Ibadan?
In Ibadan.
They now gave you 20K. You now say that's not pay. You're not being paid.
That's
not pay. You're not
being paid. You're being used.
I love that word.
You get? And causing comedy too far. See, as a people, Ibadan is small.
That's true.
As a people,
Ibadan
is small. As a city, Ibadan is big. But as a people, because let me tell you something, there is no life outside Ring Road, Oluyole, Bodija, Akala, and Akubo.
So in as much you are moving around these places, people are supposed to know you will know you.
Everybody, if you are within that axis, everybody will know you. So when they see you, Taichi, they say, "May you come perform for 20 minutes, you say you won't collect 300,000. You will see CSCD for this. You can whine."
And before we even go to that, like what you were talking about, comedians not working on their craft well.
I don't know.
And they want to get paid. You know, if you remember Dr. Smile's event, he spoke about him attending Kenny Black's event back then. And when they finished, like what you said, comedian to comedian, you do events, you invite me. I cannot tell you to start paying me. So he said someone came to his room and said, "She Kenny Black on the full." And he said to him that him is going back to his base, which is Abeokuta. If you want to go and meet him, go and meet him. So he now said the person went to meet Kenny Black. Kenny Black now sent the person 50K as at that time.
That's the last time.
And that was the last time that person entered Kenny Black's bill. But Dr. Smile today is still entering Kenny Black's. I remember Kenny Black's event. They were still together, shining together, recommending each other.
I was at Kenny Black show in December. I called Demo Pumping. Demo Pumping is in UK. I said, "Alpha, shall not go there, this guy showed you. As God we have it. Demo is younger brother. Spending. He was in charge of the show as at that time. Of roll call and everything. And I texted him, Alpha. I said, "Taichi, come now. Inside stadium. Shut down. And I say it again, there is no comedian in Ibadan who has been able to do all
those things. Wow.
There is no comedian in Ibadan who has, because imagine me, I will leave Ibadan every Wednesday
to comedy club
to go and perform for 5 minutes. Look at how much I'm going to spend on transport. I will sleep in the hotel
the mic for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
And you will hit too.
I go chop. I go do bobo now. I go sleep. I go club. I go call my guys. Alpha, Ade Island. Oh yeah, this and that. You get normal. If this thing dey, go buy. Oh yeah, grass. Oh yeah, That money you go spend.
You will grass it.
You don't get that money you go spend.
God, I beg.
So one thing I just want to say is that I'm not saying this because I know Taichi.
Of course.
Taichi has been someone that since when I met Taichi, yeah, he's doing well. He has been in so many bills.
Remember,
when it comes
I
to
said something. When you said, "Do I know Taichi?" What was my response? I said, "I know Taichi, but I don't know him as a person. Like I've always had that name.
I can say I can say for the past 1 year.
I'm sure we've been on stage together before. I was a dancer. I'm very sure at some point, because now I'm beginning to think I'm sure we would have been on stage at a point. But I was telling him that I can't remember exactly where I know you from, but I know I've known Taichi for a long time.
Been doing this for a long time, actually.
For a very long time. And how many people can I mention
like that?
Like that they've been in Ibadan comedy industry for a long time and they are still thriving?
You get?
How many people?
So look at it now. So look at it now. We have people who feel that comedian, if you write sponsorship letter now that you want to do a comedy show, bro, you take the grace of God.
You take the grace of God.
Yes,
they don't have it directly to the owner of the organization. The
person
in charge of marketing.
You don't have money.
You
don't have this. You don't have anything.
You can't pull out anything.
So look at it again. You know, another thing that stopped or that made comedy decline is this urge for popularity online.
Social media.
The urge, not social media. The urge of that gaining popularity fast
online.
That is why you see, go and check. We have a lot of stand-up comedians who have turned skit makers in Ibadan.
And yes, please, a lot of people don't know the difference between a skit maker and a comedian. They're not the same.
Yeah. Skit makers are sitcoms. You can call them sitcoms. But a proper stand-up comedian, no. You see them, they've gone into skit making. And let me tell you something. Most of them are bang average.
Wow.
Even with the script. You know why? The Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed,
what can the righteous do?
Kiniolodo say.
If your foundation is not solid, you feel me? Your foundation as a stand-up comedian is not solid. You went into skit making.
I still
people don't know that. People don't know that. People think Taoma is just Taoma. Kadri, easy. Bro, do you know the kind of deep thinking
she has to do
goes into
those
see the way she rhymes? She will rhyme, she will do wordplay, do everything. You think say na beans? You can't go, you can't say because say in 2 years you see say Kamo State don't blow.
You say one blow.
You say Ozen don't blow. Do you know what Ozen has been? Do you know the kind of work Ozen has been putting
for a long time?
Bro, Kamo started as a stand-up comedian. Oman was involved. Ozen no dey do stand-up. Ozen go just dey. But Kamo was so once in a while, until when they started Nepa Boys, that was when Ozen was mounting stage like that. But bro, these guys, so because say one thing, this one say I dey do skits, this one I dey do skits, everybody dey do skits. How far? What happened to stand-up comedy where they do? You're on your path to development. You dey develop, you still the developing stage. You never even start self. You don't say you want to go skit. I say them Kevin Hart, all of them where they see for comedy movies. Before they could put them in comedy movies, do you know how long it took them on stage?
I watch Kevin Hart
because at their comedy club actually.
Because see, as a stand-up comedian, your comedy should be a reflection of your life. It should be a reflection of your thinking. We need to improve. Enough of comedians getting on stage in Ibadan. Bro, 2025. Tí bá jẹ́ mọ́tò ni màá jẹ́. Ẹrù mi tí bá jẹ́ oúnjẹ all of them. Before you know. One person go come. Hey, yeah, you do mimicking.
Lalude.
This one go do Lalude. The one wey dey come too, another one go come. That one say go see do Lalude. Another person go come, go see do Lalude. But I say like, for what?
The same person.
For what now? Come on, can we just take this thing away? Can we just make this thing what it is? Let's do stand up. Because I used to ask some of these guys. Okay. I say, Alpha, you dey go Lagos? Do you go to Lagos to perform?
Who did they know in Lagos? Is it?
I didn't know anybody in Lagos when I went to Lagos now. I'm a stand-up comedian, please, I would like to perform. I'm a stand-up comedian, please, I would like to perform. If you go to a comedy club, the only comedy club I know that I went, I didn't perform, was Coco Lounge. Coco Lounge was a slaughterhouse for comedians. It's another discussion for another day, don't worry.
Another discussion for another day.
Yes. Coco Lounge will kill your morale, don't worry. I know guys who switched career after they went to Coco Lounge. Say, no.
This
very
is not
style. Very hostile audience. Here you get. But going to comedy clubs, bro, person give me Dr. Smile number. The first time I met, I think it was in 2011. That was when I met Dr. Smile. I went to host one wedding in Lagos. So the guy that did the wedding, a fool. Say, I will also why not? I friend number Smile. And I called Dr. Smile. Told him about I mounted the stage. Myself and Dr. Smile were the only contemporary stand-up comedian in Abeokuta back then. Abeokuta has developed in terms of stand-up comedy. They have more comedy clubs than we have in Ibadan as we speak today.
Wow.
Abeokuta, was it last year or last 2 years? Somebody did a show. 2 people did the show. Koye and Efta did their show. Efta did a show inside OPL, the biggest market, sold out in Abeokuta. Koye did a show the same day inside Kuto Stadium. Now, Kuto Stadium to Maki is not far. MKO Stadium. Bro, he did his own show inside the stadium. A whole segment, a whole VIP segment.
Was filled up.
Bro. Inside the stadium. Ibadan can do it too.
Yeah.
But you know these guys, they are not putting, their mind, I don't know, everybody's mind is divided. I know that everybody get booked. Can't have responsibilities and all. Oh bro, what is what's doing? Is what doing well. You are in it. This is what is going to give you life. How many comedians in Ibadan get special? How many comedians in Ibadan can actually do a special?
That's where I wanted to actually go in the first place, because the likes of Kevin Hart, David Chappelle, and all those guys, when you watch their comedy series, it's not that you saw them in a comedy show where there are thousands of comedians performing at once. What you see is
their own show.
Just them. And you see these guys doing 2 hours, 3 hours, and they are talking back to back. And you relate.
Comedians in Ibadan, we do show. Now for Ibadan, I see where comedian go host show. Comedian go perform for your show.
For your show.
Yeah, stand up comedian now, bro. Now you say make you come outside.
He's a backstage comedian.
Why will your invited guests outshine you at your own show on your own day? They will now jam. The show will now jam. And why you don't see all of them? You see them, 15 comedians. Why do you need 15 comedians? Artist comedians, 2 artists, 15 artists.
Kilo day.
So I just want to chip in this thing. In all of these things, I think the solution now is we need a viable comedy club in Ibadan.
A viable comedy club is already is in the works.
Yes.
Is in the works.
So I would like to just say something that if all comedians who are ready to do the right thing, let me use that word, do the right thing, reach out to Taichi, because he knows what to do. He knows who, and reach out to Taichi for this thing. And one thing I just want to say again is that, last year Taichi was supposed to travel to London with Sheilo.
Sheilo.
Nkoyekede got by none, but I believe it's still going to happen. I know Sheilo will see this. Taichi is still waiting.
Which
Those of us don't get it. You want me for trouble?
No, I don't put it for trouble.
Don't put me for trouble.
Taichi is still waiting. I get Taichi
Don't put me for trouble.
Nothing concern me concern those na politics.
No, actually, it's not even politics. Actually. No, actually, no. If Yoruba people, so Yoruba people always talk once. One thing, see, even what any of us won't read you. So I don't want you. So I back on my mom. So I don't know what happened. Why the trip was not successful, or why we didn't. Sure, you get. I'm not. I don't even know if Sheilo did that show eventually. Sure, you get.
Yeah.
But Sheila,
it done.
One thing I feel. One thing I feel should be taken out of that is whether he did the show or he didn't do the show. The fact that he considered
at least yes, you get. Bro. Now let me give you the gist. Let me give you the gist. Let me tell you how me and Sheilo got to talk. I tweeted. It was on Twitter now.
Wow.
I just tweeted that day that see, I don't get standing ovation for Ibadan Tire. See, remain there, we could tell one thing. And Sheilo saw it. He was like he knows me now. Even before that day. When I was in 2011, when I was third best comedian in Ogun State, he was the host of that show now. You get. So don't be say he know me, he know Taichi. He know me, but you know, he saw it and he was like, fun now. And we spoke and we talked on WhatsApp and all. But along the line, you know, at some point, you know, Forex exchange, you know, everything was just they go up, they go down. So when he didn't reach out, I had to understand that if you be say the expenses go, don't worry. Anytime, any deal we are ready, don't worry.
That's the reason why I said Taichi is still available.
Yeah, of course now.
Always available.
Yeah, they open for shows.
Make you not forget.
Yeah. So what I just want is that what I want for Ibadan is this. I need comedy club. I need comedy, not comedy club now. Stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy itself in its element. We want to have comedians in Ibadan who can do 1 hour.
And that's why we are saying that.
Who can do 2 hours.
With your experience, by the time they come to the comedy club, they will learn how to, put their content together. Because these are the things most of these comedians don't know. They just feel it's just for them to.
Some of these guys don't read.
To like go to the mic and start talking.
Some of them don't. Some of them don't. If you check, some of them don't. If you check the quality of content, it's always based. It's always they have good jokes, but those good jokes are not good enough. You need more.
Look at what Ashiri is
doing now.
When Ashiri drops a joke, if you don't understand, you say, which school you go? You catch him. If you not catch him,
no worry.
No come and show again because these jokes they are actually intellectual.
You have to be edit. You see, the world has gone past. Bro, people have gone beyond. You're now calling. You're now saying, our stage. How much you will give me first? Let's say come in this club. You must be there. Maybe say you regular guy there. 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. So imagine me when they come up for Ibadan. We don't come up for Ibadan like 12. 12 in the afternoon. I don't do that way. We don't do island, do Victoria Island. Oh, you see why this is 30, why I'm walk the street. You see me now. Because when you see me, they say come from Ibadan, you don't give a mic.
Because he enter 6:30.
Because he enter 6:30 p.m. Bro, once the list gets to number 10, that's it.
That's the end.
So imagine how many comedians know they perform. But they will have to be there. Next week I must come on time. Because that place, the habitat is good. The atmosphere is so nice for stand-up comedy. You are going to do whatever, bro. But Ibadan here is something we can have. and it's something I'm actually trying to build. You get? Koloma ya ki onko àwa ti bá wọn kan yin nínú industry tó yẹ pé wọ́n fa ìfàsẹ́yìn fún yàn. Sure you get? The person that you are looking at, this person is supposed to be my guy. That person is not your guy.
It's not your guy. Now that's
Sure
in
you
the
get?
talk where you know they.
Sure you get? This one thinks if you go there, if I put this boy on, if I put this guy on,
You go block
he will blow past me. He will use me. Somebody I have worked for, that I have worked with. Okay? I'm saying this once he said it. Said it to my friend. To Bengala Plaka. In Tech Bengala Plaka. Nobody does very Taichi.
Kí ló dé?
Ṣùgbọ́n láyé ni.
True life. Same person I didn't give money.
So don't
Wait
want
till
to
say
fight
nothing give
you.
you.
This same guy, there was a competition. Nibado. Guy. You know, come at your audition. You know, they're going to go to I'm going to say, let's see, lounge and boy. What's going on? Mario, but when am I telling you? Taichi, you don't do audition. I don't do audition. Audition, okay, you say me, I don't know say anything is up. The person will go get the commission and say, Taichi, did you do audition? I say, no. Say, I don't even know, say anything is up. So I tell me, say, who's Taichi, yo? No, you, say, not Taichi will go on the audition. She will not know Taichi. She will not know what Taichi will do on stage. Bro, sure you know that this guy stood his ground. This is somebody I am working for.
Stood his ground.
He stood his ground and said, like that, you will not go for that competition. So, me, I thought his reason was based on the fact that, okay, maybe now because I missed the audition. See now why? See, they don't want to use paddy drum. So, me, I see they try, they're reasonable with that. I won the competition.
Amazing.
After winning that competition, before I could see the prize, before I could redeem that prize, we didn't go left and right. Then the other one in December, I got the prize. Easter following year.
April.
I have worked with him. When I say I worked with him, without pay. He never recommended me for one show.
This is very deep.
It's deeper than what. Because sometimes people will say, Taichi, that Ibadan is supposed on waiting.
Kneel down, let me pray for you.
Ogun ti share.
Ogun ti share. I see wall everywhere.
Taichi is everywhere.
Shey you get. You come there and tell me say, Taichi. Now. Before I could see that price, this guy called me. I chopped me salt, bro. I chopped me salt. And I go by myself. And I go dey form humility where I supposed to brag. I can't go brag where I supposed to
humility where you supposed to brag. Brag where you supposed to be humble. I love that line.
So now, if you want to see me as a bad person, you want some demo
before.
If you want to see me as a bad person, no wahala, see me as a bad person.
As far as it's paying up for you.
I know you call your shoe. Oh, you have performance. Oh, you have. Can you pay for my this thing? Ibadan, no lie to the pay. Another thing, another major issue. Ibadan go tell you say. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ gba èèyàn kan tẹ́lẹ̀ èmi kàn sọ pé irọ́ pé
léèyàn kan náà.
They want to make you feel like they are helping you.
You get? Shey you know that? Okay, there was this guy last year. I went to their church to perform. All night. I did my performance. After my performance, I said I want to go. Then I said, make I wait to see na twice I go enter stage.
Yeah?
I said, no wahala. I entered the stage twice. Since November. Now that guy don't pick my call.
They don't use you and dump you.
One thing we show up on this. me and I go still jam.
Yeah, definitely.
And he go bring person wey go need my contact, wey go need my I know for sure. My work will speak for me. And that time, when that time comes, I will remind
You don't use it when you need the ovulation discharge.
say you get say you don't use me cure your agro. No wahala. You don't use me cure your agro. No issue. I
No
dey with
issue,
you.
no issue.
But this next one, you know fit happen. You know worry anything, go do whatever you want to do. Sure you get. So, you know, Ibadan likes free service.
I think it's
And
every industry.
every
Ibadan,
industry.
Yeah, I think it's every industry.
Because why will you say a comedian should come to your show? It is not a comedy show, it's a variety show. You will pay artists. You pay that one. No one's pay comedian. And if and wetin I dey talk be that say if the value in content no increase, there is no way the money being paid is going to increase. Taba bẹ́ràn wí, a máa bẹ́ràn wí. Taba sọ pé lounge owners, clients, potential clients, all of them, they don't want to pay. Okay. When you tell comedian, what are you delivering for me?
So
Sure you get. So it's both ways.
I would just want us to wrap up now.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up in everything we have said, I want us to provide solution to them.
Now, solution is
The first one is the issue of content. What is the solution?
number one. As a stand-up comedian, no matter how reluctant you feel, make sure you read an article.
Okay. Read another article.
Pick up anything and read.
Okay.
Think of how you can generate
Content.
Me, I use 4 patterns to generate jokes. First, statement of fact. Number 2, depth. Number 3, exaggeration. Number 4, hilarity. If you can know the meaning of these things, these 4 things, put them together, then you can create a joke easily. It takes work.
Yeah, and
It takes
constant
work.
practice.
So that again.
That's
gone.
that is should I say it
Let's say it again.
Statement of fact. Number 1, depth.
Okay.
Your joke must be deep.
Yeah.
Number 3, exaggeration. You can't do there for like 5 hours. That guy give me like 15 fufu. Exaggeration. Hilarity must be hilarious. The delivery must be hilarious. Sure you get. When you combine these 4 things together, you do rehearsals. You write your joke, write it down. Go back to it. Learn how to tell stories. People want to hear stories. That's what I do.
So
More of
please
my jokes.
talk about a space where they can come to develop themselves weekly.
So now I'm working with a particular place at the moment.
Okay.
We are in talks. It's in Bodija.
Okay.
So I don't want to say
when it's time we can still do a shout out here.
Yeah. So this is it. I'm working. I want to do a comedy club at Melot. You know Melot?
No, nine go sabi. Me I no fit sabi.
Why it is I go sabi?
You know how
Woman jade me on jade.
You know how 25 now.
They are not 25.
Opposite house.
Okay. Okay. That small by the right. Right. Okay. Yeah,
But that place is actually nice.
Yeah, it's nice actually.
Very nice. Very
Yes, I know
cozy.
the
Very
place.
nice. It's something we can. So I'm trying to work with them. We are talking about the contract and we're still talking about the contract. And I'm looking at another place as well. I'm trying to
Different locations.
and put all these things together so that comedians can come and develop themselves
Weekly.
week in, week out. You come, you talk your joke.
Sharpen
We know say that
themselves.
joke no funny, like that never funny yet.
It was
But
still
we will
funny.
tell
Yeah.
you that okay, this your particular joke. Write it this. That's how we build a community. But anybody here? No.
So we provide that solution to that now. The first one, how you can come up with good content, where you can come to every week to develop your content And now when it comes to supporting each other, talk about that. Not that. So now let me just say it. I don't want you to say anything about that. If you are called to a comedy club as a comedian, they are calling you to come and develop yourself. And if you know you are not ready, malo, let those who are ready and don't discourage those who are ready. So you don't go.
Well,
Just leave it like
I
that.
would say concerning that is one, community is important, collaboration is important. Remove competition.
Yeah.
Competition does not help anything, except it is healthy. Except it is healthy. But most competitions are not healthy.
Yeah.
So remove competitions, prioritize collaborations, and continue to improve yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because when you are around people of like minds doing the same thing you do, it makes your growth faster.
For example, look at these people: Kamo, Ozin, Pretty Fola, MC Olympia, and all those guys around them. So my point now is, look at the kind of community MC Olympia has built, has created. Look at how they are functioning well in whatever. If any blockbuster movie is coming up now, they'll reach out to these guys. Look at what Kamo did with Antifunke.
He's doing at the
moment. Yes, look, it's just that their circle. And where are they? Ibadan, Bidowa. So that's what we are talking about, community. Work with Taichi when it comes to comedy club. I beg.
Let me bust your brain. Let me bust your brain. Sure, you know that in Ibadan, comedians, they can have a meeting, they can have a get together, and I won't even know anything. I would just say, I think they won't play novelty match. ICC comedian, ICC versus Kiriga. What is ICC? Ibadan comedian.
Yeah,
when I do this one, we are no. They will just say, what about your they say they won't play match. But all these things, the essence is to get. And most of them, some of them actually, maybe they are looking at it that come on. Nah, first
like generation by generation. It does not help. It does not help. It does not help.
They are not retired.
See,
Bash retire.
I understand that there is carcass. I understand that there is circle.
That carcass of a team.
I know that. I understand those.
They don't bounce me for show before for Ibadan because they work with one person.
It does not make sense.
A comedy show.
For example, when I was doing photography and I wanted to join Ibadan photographers community, some of the interviews they do for you, they'll ask you to mention photographers, like 10 photographers you know in Ibadan. And because, well, my own cousin is a photographer, so definitely I was working with him, so I would know people from his own carcass. So
people around him.
The moment I started mentioning the guys I knew, the person that was interviewing me, Oluward, just said, now one carcass they mention.
Imagine, they know now.
Like now one carcass they mention in my head, I'm like, carcass. Waiting be my own.
The one where you know
now. Person where me I know now, I mention. Waiting be my own. And that was when I started realizing that truly there's carcass. Even in the so-called community, there's still inner circle. There's still inner circle. But one thing I appreciate about the photographers community for is, despite the fact that there's circle, they still turn up for each other, whether they know you or they don't know you. They will still turn up for each other. As long as you are inside that community, forget carcass on right. That's the thing. As long as you're inside that community, if you like be in another carcass, they will turn up for you.
Nah, it's not like that in comedy.
So me, I feel like it's because they prioritize collaborations. You understand? They prioritize collaborations over competitions. And one thing carcass does is it prioritizes competition over collaboration. Collaboration only exists inside that carcass. Anything outside that carcass,
not collaborative. So we have a long way to go.
I believe that from now on there will be solution.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
And we are looking out for people who can, who can invest in stand-up comedy. You know, we are, and now I'm
please say it out.
So we're looking out for people who can actually invest in stand-up comedy as a business, because it goes beyond, stand-up comedy business goes beyond the stage. And inside the auditorium, we have people, we sell tickets, and everybody goes home happy with their percentage. But beyond that, there is still more percentage out there.
Yeah.
You know why? You can actually have a comedy show of about 200 people. And put it out there. It's going to be a special. The comedian can put it out there. You use your connect to find a distribution company. When you put it out there and we run ads, we run all these things, it is going to accumulate more revenue. And everybody can go home happy again.
Yeah.
After the show.
Percentage
Pre-show.
over percentage.
You get percentage go dey meet percentage, percent go dey meet percent, percent go dey
You
meet
get,
percent.
and there will be constant
So
royalties and all those
you get
things.
royalty
And
go dey everything.
there will be reasons to come up
To
with
come
another
up with
idea.
other things. So when you see that this person, you do 20 minutes, I like him. This guy did 45 minutes of stand-up comedy. I like it. A comedian can do 4 jokes. There was a time I did just 3 jokes, and I saw that I've done 90 minutes. 90 minutes with just 3 jokes. And guess what? I didn't finish those jokes, so I broke. So imagine the kind of work I've put into that. So if we see somebody that say, okay, Taichi. Oh yeah, you don't talk, say this, yeah, come. Yeah, if you do 1 hour, I will tell her and say, may go bet.
May bet down.
May go find one of his friends. May tell her, may challenge that in friends. Say, I get one guy. That guy no make us laugh for 1 hour straight. Take 1 million.
If you make us
But
laugh,
if that guy make us laugh,
he will give me 1 million.
You don't make money.
Man, if you collect that money, finish. My own for inside
My
2 million.
money,
200,000.
See, if person say, I won't bet on you. Say this stand-up comedy everything, so you go fit do 1 hour straight. People go laugh. The odds will be like 1.04, 1.02. But you sure die. Say it be like me Madrid won't follow. If Madrid won't follow Southampton.
I'm a pass out that thing.
Oh yeah.
Shooting stars man, no Madrid though.
Onome Aganga.
But you are sorrow, okay?
Man, no time. Oma go shooting in G phone. All shooting, man.
All shooting. That's all right.
One no, you marry stars.
We have come to the end of this episode. And thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you for
I really
having me. Thank you for having me.
So we actually had a comedian here. And it was actually worth the time. It wasn't boring, so I enjoyed it.
Enlightening. And
so guys, I beg you.
The funny thing is when I reached out to him and he didn't respond. Show me what padà wá bẹ̀ money. Taichi told me kò má dá mi lóhùn. I didn't say anything, and few months after, my oga came back and said, sorry, I remember the message you sent. And that was it, and that was how we fixed it. He came back himself.
I had to I just remember saying,
Thank you very
I was
much.
scrolling through my phone. Wait, who is this person? I had to check it. From Prof. Oh, nah, for this thing.
Right now, Ebola ti ríra yẹn náà.
ST.
Nígbà tó wá náwó sí mi tó ń béèrè ṣó tẹ̀tì rẹ̀ ṣé mo wà níbẹ̀ nígbà tẹ̀ ẹ́
Okay, ST.
ST ní
Tí àwọn ST wá ṣe Adamasingba. Yeah. Mo sọ pé bye.
So
Thank you
that was when
very
he told
much.
me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, let's see how
Thank
it
you
goes.
very
You're
much.
most welcome.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So much. Thank you so much.
This episode has been enlightening. It has been very good, and I believe that the things that has been discussed will, bring forth change, and it will open the eyes of some people to do what is right. And for every stand-up comedian coming up in Ibadan, to be precise, this is for you. This particular episode is for you.
You need to see this.
You need to see it, and I believe that it will open or wake something. It will awaken something that is probably asleep inside of you. That there is a lot to do for the city of Ibadan and your state in general. And this will be all for us this episode of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande and Professor Kayode. And until we see again in the next edition, cheers.
Otabo.